live. Well, I'm glad I'm live. I hate it when I wake up and I'm not live. I guess I can cut this off. Don't have to remember to check. What up, Ralph? What up, Jeff? Y'all hit that like button for me there. One of you did. Thank you very much. Who's number 3? Long white line. Jim Dunn. What up with you, Jim Dunn? He won't be with us long. He's only pops in and says howdy and gone. Never seen the likes. Warwick, what's up, mate? You watch that video I sent you on the 900 and the 990? Jeff? For the week, goodness. Big Bear, howdy. You're in Laredo, huh? Kent, what's going on with you? Y'all hit that thumbs up for me. I know I'm going to have a troll hit the thumbs down, so y'all got to counter that. I got to get that wallet out of my pocket. Unfortunately, it's not full of money to make it uncomfortable. It's just uncomfortable. Sent just past D.C. and Virginia, head to Charleston. Stone was just over there. Michael, what's up? Thank you. Carlos, what's going on, brother? The life of running local, huh? I hear you. No, you ain't, Jim Dunn. Don't start lying. JJ, what's going on with you? Started in Auburn, New York, huh? Well, see, the 990 Warwick, and I think I shared that on my wall. I'm not sure, folks. Yeah, I did on one of them. Warwick, which one did I share that on? My personal or on the Simple Living wall? There's a video I think Charleston Kenworth put out where they're comparing the W900 to the W990. Now from the bottom of the doors down, and the motor, the whole running line can be the same on both trucks. The difference comes from the bottom of the doors up. That 990, what I liked about the interior of it is the way that table rolled around, and if you noticed, it had a little bit of table left, even when it was folded back in, but it would fold all the way out, and the passenger seat would swivel around. That I liked. I was in I think it was a Volvo back in the mid-90s that did that. It might have been International, I forget, but when I first started, I had a truck that would do that. That was crazy. Loved it. But other than that, I still like the W9. I love that body style. What up, Zach? Oh, dadgummit. 7/19, that's another 8 days. That's next Friday. Well, and that the hood on that 990, he really didn't show it real good in his video, but he was saying it's got a little bit of a slant, a little bit of that anteater in it, where that W9 was straight out. He said and like I said, they didn't really show it worth a damn, but on the 990, he said it seemed shorter, but he wasn't sure if that wasn't just because it was a little bit wider. But when they did the view from out front, man, the W9, I love the looks of the old body style W9s. That 990, it looks too modern for me. You know, it's kind of like the new Charger and the 68 Charger. You know, one's muscle and one's a copycat. You know? Venom, you changed your name. Now you're trucking Venom? What up in Portland? Yeah, I love the old W9s. I can't help it. I would love to have one again. Oh, I hear you. I'd be putting in for lost wages too. Really, Ralph? I didn't know that. Oh, did he say it was 10 inches shorter? All right. Matter of fact, I think I remember him saying that since you mentioned it. Gotta give me some dew. I didn't do good on my waters today. We had that damn safety meeting today. I did good. I kept my mouth closed for most of it. I did tell one of the truck drivers to shut up. They was talking about the new ELD stuff that's coming in December, that our company is going to be nice and activated in August. And I had questions, and one of our loudmouth drivers was trying to answer it, and I called him by name. So would you just stop and let them answer my question? That's what they're in here for. He didn't appreciate it, but it is what it is. They showed some of our videos that they got from these recorders up here, which ours are outward facing. But if you have a critical braking and whatnot, it records stuff. We had one of our guys that rear-ended a flatbed. Some of our drivers was trying to make excuses for him, but there wasn't no excuse for it. It was plumb stupid. Can y'all see that? Oh. So Michael, that's what our belt buckles look like. They gave us this and a little certificate saying attaboy and some kind of coupon to the motel at the casino next door that I'll never use. I don't want to be there that long. Alright, then we've got another Venom on here. That don't surprise me that I get confused, man. $1.09 a mile, really? Alright, you're a big boy. I'll keep my mouth shut, man. Good luck to you. Congratulations and all that stuff. No, what's up? got to stay hydrated. Yes, you do. Well, that's a good deal, Michael. No, they did not. What up, Paul? Fuel and insurance, man, that's what gets you. And then the breakdowns. All right, there you go, Michael. Now later on, you'll have to go back and stop the video if you want to see it again. The lady drivers, they gave them some kind of a pendant. They didn't think they'd want a belt buckle, so they gave them some kind of pendant. Well, that's cool. I'm studying and working out. What kind of payment are they wanting on that truck, dude? Crunch some numbers before I have off at $1.09, man. $1.09 ain't very much. I'm sorry. Hell, 15 years ago, they was offering 85 cents to $1 to people. Not necessarily your company, but that's what a lot of them was guaranteeing you, 85 cents a mile and $1. Well, $1.09. And people ask quite often, actually, what we mean about we made more money back in the day than we do now. We're talking about, oh hell, it was longer than that, because it was like 2002 around 2002, 2003, when I went with Prime, and they guaranteed you 85 cents a mile, and you're talking about 17 years ago, 16 years ago. So now look at that, from 85 cents to $1.09. That's what, 15, 24 cents? You know, that's 30%. And how much has inflation and everything else gone up in 15 years? That is exactly what we mean. The drivers pay regardless, whether it's getting paid as a company driver like myself or as a lease deal like you or the owner-operator for regular rates out here. It is not keeping up with inflation. Well, me too, Michael. That's why I went ahead and got mine. That plus they handed us all this stuff at one time there. But they showed 3 incidents on us. The old boy in the flatbed, or the one that rear-ended the flatbed, it was pure T stupid. Period. You could see the storm up there coming. There's a Schneider broke down on the side. You could see the flatbed way ahead of him, barely, but you could see him. He got to the left because Schneider was broke down on the shoulder, and he was broke down. Our truck, they said, had the cruise set, running 70 mile an hour into this dust storm. He barely moved over for Schneider at all because he was going so fast he didn't hardly see him. He gets into the dust storm. There's the flatbed. And like I said, some of our drivers was trying to make excuses. Folks, there ain't none. If you haul ass into a whiteout or a dust storm or anything else without slowing down, you're a dumbass. Period. What up, TJ? Uh, 850 miles, no. You're not going to get that. 850 mile type stuff, that's for oversized and all that. And now that 850 mile, you're going to be paying for permits, escorts, stuff like that. So if somebody's telling you 850 a mile, they're blowing smoke. And as a rookie coming out, you're not going to be doing oversized escorted loads. It ain't going to happen. Nobody's insurance would cover it. Boy, that ain't no lie, Jeff. They've doubled or then some. Well, Gary, that's part of you doing your math. If you've done the math according to what your mileage is, I mean, what's, hell, I'd have to look at my, well, let me look and see what I just paid here in Oklahoma for fuel. Let's see, 267, and I'm averaging about 7 miles a gallon. So I'm going to call that 270 a gallon. .7 divided by 7. 38 cents a mile for my truck. That's just fuel. Oh. You need to go back and watch some of my videos on the leasing and owner-operator stuff, to be honest with you. See, Michael, you talked him into breakfast. Well, actually, if I understood him right, he was doing like 70 miles an hour, and that flatbed might have been doing 35. And the safety guy said he didn't understand how he lived through it. He said he spoke to the doctor, and the doctor said it was because he was a little bitty guy, and he was very flexible. He said if it had been a big boy like me and a few of the others, he said we would not have lived through it. So another one was a driver at the last minute decided he wanted to take an exit. You could see where he was indecisive if he wanted to exit or not. And he hit his brakes and caught the ramp. Nothing happened other than he did plow through the grass and stuff. If you're hitting your brakes hard enough that you set that critical camera off, you're screwing up. It's not that important to catch that damn exit. Guess what? It's interstate. There'll be another one down the road. It might be a half a mile or it might be 5 miles, but that's better than wrecking your damn truck. You know? Another one, the third one that they showed was a traffic light. Guy's hauling ass. It's showing on there he's doing 50 miles an hour. And it showed the light turning red well before he got to it, but he was going too fast to stop. He does a right-hand curve out through there. Once again, he had to stab them brakes hard enough to make that right turn that it set that camera off. And these cameras are going all the time, people. They just don't record until you have that critical incident. That's when they record, and safety can go back however long. It's not real long, but enough that they can see what was going on. You know, and it was like, damn. And, you know, what got me the most of all three of them was other drivers in the safety class was trying to make excuses for them. They wasn't seeing the wrong that they did. They was trying to make excuses for them. I'm like, really? What's up with this? You know, is that your brother? You know, are you two married? What, you know? Crude oil mountain hauling, okay. Oh yeah, JJ, that's very possible. I think Michael in his new truck, I think he's up to 8 or 9 right now. If not, he's getting close. I've seen over 8 on mine. Now that was deadheaded, but right now I'm averaging 7.2. And this is a brand new truck. The motor's not, I've got 11,000 miles on it. You know, just under 12 actually. But the fuel mileage will increase on a new truck as it gets broke in. And I'm up to 7.2 hauling heavy. Yeah, but you're spoiled, Carlos. You're out there in California. Hell, a taco costs $20. I hear you, Jeff. Well, that's what happened to me back in the, I don't know. I forget when I owned my truck, around 2005 or something. And it was during that big that big fuel jump. That's why I just let mine go. I had enough of it. Between all the maintenance on it, you're married to that damn truck. I let it go. Somebody else was quite happy to buy it, and I let them. That was when I got offered that job at Champion, which I've told you before, the best trucking job I ever had. And I said, well, watch me park this one. It didn't take me long to do the math. What up, Sandra? What did you say? Hola? Hola? What up, Kevin? I'm not on the road, man. I'm parked. But it looks pretty mellow out there. I'll reverse it for a few minutes. The road I'm traveling on, 69 down through Oklahoma. Mr. BBQ, you're becoming a regular, man. I like seeing that. I'm not as Mexican as Carlos is, Sandra. We might be brothers, but he got the Mexican half and I got the hillbilly half. And yes, when Carlos came to the house, we played on that a lot. Damn kids. I just made him mad because I wasn't feeding tacos. He had to go on a taco diet there for a little bit. Well, thank you. Still love you too. Oh. See, I'm too busy out there. I wish I was trucking right now. I got to figure out how they want me to run this load they put me on. Uh-huh. You'd be surprised how many people don't really see you sneaking around in that video. They damn sure seen you hitting the moonshine, though. Shame on you. Grandma's been trying to find some dehydrated black cherries. She was even looking online and couldn't find them. Which looking online ain't her favorite thing to do. I hear you, brother. Uh-huh. You're not whiter than most white people. Don't start them rumors. Well, you know I used to be a CO, right? Have you watched enough of my videos to know that? That was back in, well, the beginning of the 90s. I think like 90 to 89 to 92, something like that. Yeah, the thing about the COs is you don't really have to worry about the convicts so much. You know, stay aware. You know, pay attention. It's other COs because there's really no promotions inside there. They are very limited, and people, the other COs will make up stuff. They will snitch you out, stab you in the back. It's the other COs that you've got to watch. Remember that. You know, the most of your convicts, which you're not allowed to call them convicts, you have to call them inmates and whatever your state wants you to call them. Most of them just want to do their time and get the hell out. You got a few troublemakers. It's kind of like truck driving, you know. We got a few, but the majority just wants to get her done. You call them cousins? Oh, no, you couldn't, because I know where Bandit sleeps, curled up against Grandma's butt, and I wasn't going to have you in there, buddy boy. It was called a job. When you got three youngins, you do what you got to do. I lived in the state of Missouri, and in Missouri, there's not a whole lot for employment. I wasn't wanting to go trucking, and where I was at, there was a prison not far away, and they was hiring, so I went for it. After a little bit of the politics and the backstabbing and the nonsense, I said, I can't do this. Well, that's when I decided to go trucking. And it gets on your in your head and stuff. I was coming home talking to the wife and kids like they're little convicts, and I forever said, you don't bring your job home and you don't take home to work with you. But after a while, that was starting to happen, and we agreed I needed to get out of that. You already see what kind of mentality I got. All I needed was somebody to be poking the bear, pushing buttons. Oh, it didn't pay worth shit in Missouri. In Missouri, me, the wife, and 3 kids, I made $50 a month more than it took to get on welfare. So I just barely missed being on welfare. Then every time we got a state, and we had state insurance, if you wanted insurance, it was a state program. And every time we got a raise, our insurance had to go up about 80% of what that raise was. Imagine that. I hear you. Well, I was down there by Sullivan, a little town called Stanton. And I worked at the Pacific Prison when I first started. All you gotta do, Carlos, is go watch the video. Well, thank you, Mr. BBQ. See, now $5 would have got you in on that drawing. And I'll have the drawing here in the next few nights, whatever the money's gotten up to. I was afraid that wouldn't go over real well. But I had to try. But since people did contribute, I will have the drawing. Me and Paul's got to get together on the names and how many people got how many pulls and draws or whatever you want to call it. +20 inches. I hope it don't start late tomorrow. I need to mow. I got Lakota showing up tomorrow. He'll get the inside done for Grandma and her puppy dog. What up, Jay Ryder? All right, Jeff. Good night. Well, I appreciate it, Mr. BBQ. When are you starting school? You was talking about getting your CDL. Well, look at your radar and your forecast for me, JJ. See if it's coming over my way. Hopefully it just comes in over y'all if it's got to come in. I haven't mowed mine in about 3 weeks. It's starting to get pretty tall. I should have done it last weekend, but I was a lazy cuss. What was you doing to your property, Michael? Ah, understand the grant. Well, Carlos, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Paul, put him down for 2. You can holler at no shirt all you want. I don't know if Paul's even still with us. He's being awful quiet if he is. Sheila must have grabbed him by the ear and told him to get off the damn internet and do dishes. He cooked him pretty good dinner tonight. He had a friend gave him some fresh corn out of the garden. And he had heard, and Grandma had heard about a different way of cooking the corn, and he tried it, and he said, corn was still good. You know, but he didn't see a lot of difference. You better leave her card alone. Oh, that was something else I got them going on, Carlos. You remember if we get so many safe miles as a company that's going to have that barbecue, which their barbecue is going to be hot dogs and hamburgers. And safety guy, he gets going on about uh, he sure is getting hungry. He would wish we'd get up there. I thought, oh man, you want a hot dog? Go to that Love's across the street. We all live off them damn things. Well, y'all was cooking hot dogs. I ain't coming. He didn't appreciate it. And I said, well, you're making something that ain't obtainable. And then you're trying to, the carrot that you're dangling in front of our nose is a hot dog. Really? He didn't like my attitude. Exactly. That ain't a barbecue. And if you've got 60 trucks and you want 60 trucks to reach, I forget how many stupid miles, and we're going to cook you a hot dog. Well, they've lowered it, or they've got it set at 2 years experience. And yeah, I heard some feelings on here, but guess what? At 2 years, you're still a rookie. You're still doing stupid stuff, So they didn't like my attitude. That happens once in a while. What do you mean, what's up with it? And it wasn't just you. That happened to be more people in that picture than just you. All right, Paul. Love you, brother. Thanks for stopping in. See, we're not good enough to be with his company. Did y'all feel that? He just booted us right out the door when real people came in. He is. My feelings are hurt. And it was the last feeling I had. I got a grilled chicken salad back there I'm going to have to go eat now. Just to make me feel better. I hear you. They might have brought him eggs and bacon. Big Bear, did you ever figure out what the hell that guy was talking about? 'Cause I still ain't. Have you ever had eggs and bacon? I'm a hillbilly living in Texas. Huh. I wonder if I had bacon and eggs before. And hash browns and biscuits and gravy. And no, not me. Yeah, when Carlos was up, Lord, I don't even know what all we fixed that morning. Chorizo and eggs, corned beef hash, biscuits and gravy. Did I miss anything, Carlos? Yeah. Somebody else mentioned that guy the other night, Carlos. They kept wanting to send me a Koran. Was it boudin that morning? Okay. Well, Well, I got that daughter-in-law coming down for 2 weekends that I'll be home. During the week, there'll be about 4 days during their stay that I'll be trucking. And they're going to go down to the island that Little Joe used to live on. Well, we all used to live there. But that was all but where he was raised the first several years of his life. She's another one that got tripping when Little Joe asked me to cook him some catfish when he came down. And I told him, sure, I'll cook you some catfish. I said, we'll have some gator with it. She got tripping. She thought I was joking about eating alligator. And Joe like, oh no, he ain't joking. Why, hell no, I ain't joking. Gator's good. Actually, back in my younger days, I was still young and married, had kids, but I worked for a construction company. And me and the young man, he happened to be a Mexican man, me and him became damn good friends, hung out a lot, went over to his house, to his mama's house actually, and nice lady, and she taught me how to make tortillas, and even gave me a cast iron skillet just to cook them in. Me and my kids, Little Joe and Grace, Nathan was too small at the time, man, they had a blast rolling out them tortillas and watching me cook them in that skillet. There for the longest time, buddy boy, it didn't matter what meal we had, they wanted to make tortillas. Somebody sending me messages. I heard it come in. Oh, Carlos, I sent you a video tonight you need to watch. Yeah. Well, they had a tortilla mix that she had me get. Basically, just had water type scenario. It was still fun for me and the kids to do. You know, I had to roll them out with a glass, not no plastic stuff. Carlos, you got to quit getting cravings from conversations, man. Alman, what's up? No, you don't. You don't hear no Indian Island. That's my APU back there running, and my fan in my bunk. Oh man, that video I made the other night about the t-shirt, or what was it called, I want your feedback or whatever, we done deleted the message. I had some guy come on there giving me the riot act, just like I knew somebody would. Tired of me panhandling he called it, or whatever, panhandling is what he meant. He had a great suggestion. I should quit smoking and save up my money and buy my own damn laptop. And then he started lecturing me about how my AC off this APU would keep my truck cooled off at 105 degree temperature. He had been in many a truck that had APUs and didn't have them, and all I had to do is close these bunk curtains and climb my butt in bed. I'd be fine. I hate to tell you folks, but when I'm on my 10-hour break, I'm not going to spend all 10 hours back there in the bunk with the curtains closed like I'm in a closet or a prison cell. I'm going to sit up here, and if I have to idle the truck and be comfortable, guess what? Larry will be paying for some fuel. But yeah, he wrote me a big old letter, chewing on me. So I helped him out, since he was tired of hearing me pandering or panhandling. I blocked his butt. Now he don't have to hear me. See, I take care of folks. I thought it was rather nice of me. Well, that's what you need to have kids for. Send them kids to that taco truck. I'll buy you one, you give me 12. Oh, I'm sure he will, Big Bear. But as soon as he comes up with a stupid comment, guess what? That one will get blocked too. I'll delete the message and block whoever he is. I can play it as long as they can. At halftime, I don't get to do it. Carlos or Paul will find them, and they'll delete the message and block the guy, and then they'll tell me, hey, did you see that? No. Why don't I get to have the fun? See, now he's coming off that extra ramp like I do, nice and slow. He got a load of shingles on. Now there goes the truck, the pickup gonna run right up underneath him. Oh, I know, BBQ. What up, Big Connie? Well, I'm looking forward to Little Joe and his monkey mob coming down. Well, exactly, Alman. When I owned my truck, I didn't have an APU, and I guarantee you I idled it. And I paid for the fuel. It was my truck. I like ham sandwiches. No, he just ain't got up yet, Carlos. You guys usually catch him early of a morning, and he's still in bed until the crack of noon. If he gets up before the crack of noon, he must have had a doctor's appointment. Then he wants to tell me, well, I was up till 4. I didn't go to bed till 6. He needs to quit watching that damn porn and put his butt to bed. Now, there ain't nothing on TV them times of night to watch. Well, we got another blitz. care. I'm in a new truck. Larry takes pretty good care of his equipment. It's a trucking company, so I can't complain, but usually it ain't about his equipment. Dadgum, almost 10 o'clock and I ain't ate dinner yet. I took part of them. I ain't took my bedtime, but I ain't going to bed yet. Now JJ's gonna start whining and crying. They're picking on me. Go tell Dee we're picking on you. Well, that's alright. My truck won't speed most of the time. I always wear my seatbelt. I don't do stupid lane changing. I don't tailgate. Believe it or not, for most practical gum driver, I do what I preach. I practice what I preach. Now there was the day that all this stuff I tell y'all to do, I didn't do. But I wasn't telling people not to do it either. I was telling them leave me alone. Because I had old hands tell me I shouldn't be doing it. I didn't care. Well, anytime I see a car parked on top of an overpass, I assume it's a speed trap anyway. I don't trust none of them. And they need to be doing that with the four-wheelers, but they won't do it because they ain't got enough cop cars to chase all of them down. Oh, goodness. All right, folks, I'm going to get off here and eat me a bite of dinner and take my evening meds and see about going to bed. Thanks to the phone. See, it took something to prod you out of bed. All right, y'all. I appreciate you coming in and visiting. Y'all remember, good Lord loves you. So do I. Y'all have a blessed evening. Be careful on the blitz.